Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lords of the Night. With me, as always, is the Lord of Pain, Ranting Monkey,
Hey guys.
and the Lord of Puppies, SDA.
Up.
And I'm your host, Scribe, the Lord of Punishment.
How goes it?
It goes okay. Before we begin, we have a couple of super chats already. Thank you, Terry Diamantis. I'm disturbed by the stream title, Scribe. Well, the pun will make itself evident momentarily. And thank you, Point Curation. Would Ghost Rider say vroom vroom? Only if the spirit of vengeance has decided to inhabit Deadpool. Then Ghost Rider would go vroom vroom. So that's my answer to that one. So how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm Gucci fam.
What did you say, SD?
I just enjoy your reaction every time I say that.
I didn't hear you.
I said I'm Gucci fam.
Oh.
I'm Gucci fam. Yeah. It's probably beyond our pay grade, Monkey. We just don't understand it.
It's a thing with the kids, yo.
Yeah. We're not down with the what's hip jive.
You're not down with the hipness.
I know what it is.
So anyway, hi chat. How's everyone? Before we begin, and I'll be mentioning this over the course of the stream, before you consider sending me a donation tonight, please consider first donating to Lucky Pop-Tarts GoFundMe. Link is in the description. And if you came here before I put the link in the description, just refresh your page real quick. Lucky is in need of medical attention to her eye.
Yes.
Someone very close to me recently had some eye problems, and so I'm a little sympathetic to this situation. So if you happen to have some spare cash before you ask me to do an ad, please consider going there first. And I'll be looking at that over the course of the stream. Right now, the total she's got on her fundraiser is $755. So we'll use that as the benchmark and see where we're at by the end of the night. Other than that, do we have any programming notes or anything upcoming to tout before we move into the schnuzz?
Nothing for me.
Monkey?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Guys, Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies. And please hit that like button. And if you like our stuff, please share it.
I did want to say, if anybody's here for any drama, you're going to want to hang around till about 10 o'clock.
Yes, for the second hour. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Ad for Temple of the Gods by Andy McDermott, also known here in the U.S. as Return to Atlantis. Ooh. I guess you can discover Atlantis more than once, I suppose.
Yeah, it keeps getting lost.
Yeah, it's like, your car keys. Okay, thank you, Mr. Baker. I'll get to work on that. Alrighty, well, as the title of the stream suggests, there's some shutdown news again, because the last shutdown news is only sort of the can was kicked down the road effectively. And our president has, spoken his mind once again. He says, I'd love to see a shutdown over immigration. President Donald Trump said on Tuesday he supports a government shutdown if Democrats won't agree to tighten immigration laws, undercutting ongoing bipartisan negotiations on Capitol Hill. The comment, which came during a White House meeting on the violent MS-13 gang, was not well received in the room. Representative Barbara Comstock, a Virginia Republican who represents a district with thousands of federal workers, confronted Trump about the remark and urged him to avoid another government shutdown. Quote, if we don't change it, let's have a shutdown, Trump said of the nation's immigration laws. We'll do a shutdown and it's worth it for our country. I'd love to see a shutdown if we don't get this stuff taken care of. He added, if we have to shut it down because the Democrats don't want safety, and unrelated but still related, they don't want to take care of our military, then shut it down. We'll go with another shutdown. The government will run out of funding Thursday if negotiators can't strike a deal.
He's right about what the shutdown would be, but playing it this way is politically tone deaf.
Yeah. Real quick, point curation. Thank you. We did it for the lulz this time. Well, that's what it sounds like. Because it's like, I mean, you're not supposed to be treating this stuff lightly. Is the thing. You know, it's not. You're not playing checkers here.
No, I think this is negotiation. We saw how the last shutdown went.
Yeah.
The Democrats backed down quick on that one. They really did. And that was a sign that their constituents were like, no, this, you're doing it wrong. And they got enough hate for it that they backed down. And what I think Trump is doing here is trying to play that card. Like, look, y'all got bitch slapped last time. Let's do that again. But when you put it out there like that, when you state that as your goal, it just makes you look like a dick. Hey, there's Poppy in the chat. Hi, Poppy.
Hi, Poppy. Hi, Poppy. Yeah, this is, you know, he could have just left well enough alone and just let it play out exactly the same way again.
Yep.
But now, now he's playing schoolyard type bullshit, and it's just, it's Trump. What are you going to do? Nuance and, you know, sort of subtlety is not his strong suit.
If this wasn't a presidential matter and a government matter, I wouldn't have a problem with it. You know, pointing out a PR disaster and using that as a negotiation tactic, I don't have a problem with that. But since it is the government, it just looks so petty. It looks so petty.
Yeah, and even though that, you know, anybody who does end up not being paid, they will inevitably get reimbursed once it's all over with, but that's beside the point. So,
well, and the problem with this is instead of it just now, you're right. He should have just let it happen naturally, because it would have happened the exact same way.
Exactly.
And it would have been and now instead it's going to be the shutdown Trump called for has happened. I mean, that's fucking retarded. There's times that, and again, I get it. It's negotiation, but he's got to realize what his role is.
I don't even think it's negotiation. He just does not know when to say when with the rhetoric. He just can't shut up.
Well, no, it is negotiation. He's going, look, guys, this is what's going to happen to you again if you do this. You might as well get on board and work this out.
Well, yeah, but now he's framed it as his shutdown.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
this is the problem. This is what I'm talking about. It's I mean, if he wanted to, like, you know, poke the bear a little bit, there are ways he could have done that. But now he's owned it. He's taken it and said it's going to be my shutdown if it happens again. It's not going to be. I mean, the Democrats will be to blame, sure, but I want it to happen. So. Thank you, Snubbirth. Ad for a Royal Rumble between Florida Man, Ugandan Knuckles, tag team of Irate Bear and Ranting Monkey, and Sanguine piloting an obscure mythical themed robot. Holy
Jesus Christ.
Good God, dude.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. All right. Well, I'll add some words around that. Holy cow. All right. That's going to be, that's quite the fight card right there.
Can you model that tag team of me and Irate Bear around the rock and roll wrestlers?
Oh, the Rockers?
Well, there was the Rockers and then the Rock and Roll Express. I don't care what.
Oh, Rock and Roll Express. Okay.
I just want to be wearing spandex and have spiky hair.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Spandex. Okay. I'll find a way to make it happen.
I appreciate that.
Anyway, so yeah, that's just sort of Trump making a declaration. We will see what happens in the near future. What was that? There was something. Oh, I missed an article I meant to pull up. Dang it! Hold on. But something funny was said today, or at least something that made me kind of laugh. There it is. Okay, so the other thing, speaking of immigration, at least tangentially, Chief of Staff Kelly suggests undocumented immigrants who didn't sign up for DACA were either too afraid or too lazy. White House Chief of Staff John Kelly suggested Tuesday that some undocumented immigrants were too afraid or too lazy to sign up for the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. Quote, there are 690,000 official DACA registrants, and the president sent over what amounts to be 2.5 times that number to 1.8 million, he said on Capitol Hill after meeting with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Quote, the difference between 690 and 1.8 million were the people that some would say were too afraid to sign up. Others would say were too lazy to get off their asses, but they didn't sign up. Jesus. And there's not much to the story except that he was sort of telling everyone that Trump, more likely than not, will not be extending the deadline for the DACA thing. Thank you, Ranting Monkey. An ad for a douche that makes a queef smell like chocolate cake? What is wrong with you? I'm going to take an SDA line. Holy cow.
What?
Let me finish for him. How much time do you have?
I thought it was funny.
Is there a story behind this, or just something that came to your mind?
That is what popped into my mind.
That's probably just like purely his brain, and like we're just getting part of it, and we don't even want to know what else is in there. That's what I'm going with.
I cannot tell you how that popped into my brain, but it did when I saw Snubberth's ad. I was like,
So wait. Snubberth does an ad for a fake wrestling match, and in your mind comes a chocolate cake queef douche.
Yes.
What the fuck, Monkey? What is wrong with you?
SDA is my chosen proxy on this one. Go for it.
Oh my dear God. SDA.
Yeah.
Lady Monkey is really worried about you because she can hear you and you sound sick. Can you tell her you're okay?
Oh.
I'm okay, Lady Monkey. I'm still getting over it, but I feel a whole lot better. I know I still sound like a dead frog.
She's really worried over here. You should see her. Like, I was like, when I looked at her face, I was like, what the hell's wrong? And I realized she was talking about
Monkey,
you.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm okay.
Real quick update. Holy cow. Randall Ehlenfeld donated $100 to Poppy's deal.
Oh,
nice. Thank you so
Randall.
much.
Is Randall the name of someone else that we know in the chat that I just don't know the correlation of handles?
What was the last name?
Ehlenfeld or Eilenfeld? IHLENFELD.
know.
He's the guy who donated $500 to Nuggets' dad the last time. So
you don't remember who that was?
No, I don't. Off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
But Randall, if you happen to be listening, and I assume you are, thank you so much. It's very generous of you.
I don't know if he wants us to say, but I know who that is.
Okay, well, I won't. Okay, well, then I'll leave it be. But whomever you are, thank you.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
At the very least, you should go read the GoFundMe. What's going on with Poppy's eye is scary as fuck, and if you can help out at all, it is really appreciated.
Yeah.
So yeah. There you go.
Okay. Number 13. Thank you, Scribe. You butchered my last name. Well, you know, what can I say? I'm bad with pronouncing things. I tried.
Every time somebody says, "What can I say?" my brain just immediately fills in, "Except you're welcome."
What can I say?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. That's just like the thing now in my head.
Well, let's see. In the tradition of ruining things, you guys recall that we're still at war with the Taliban?
Oh yeah, that's right. We've been so worried about, North Korea and I don't know who else. Who else were we worried about recently? I guess like the Nazis and then like the Blums. They've been an issue.
Well, apparently today, a U.S. B-52 bomber unleashed a record-setting payload on the Taliban. A U.S. Air Force B-52 bomber launched a record-setting series of strikes this week in northern Afghanistan, dropping 24 precision-guided munitions on Taliban fighting positions during 96 hours of air operations, quote, to destroy insurgent revenue sources, training facilities, and support networks. The 24 precision-guided munitions dropped by the B-52 Stratofortress are the most ever dropped by one of the Air Force's oldest active aircraft, the service said in a press release. Weighing 185,000 pounds, the B-52 first entered service in the 1950s during the height of the Cold War, originally designed to serve as long-range, high-altitude intercontinental nuclear bombers that could strike deep into the Soviet Union. The newest B-52 entered service in 1962, and the 159-foot plane became a Cold War icon. The planes have been modified heavily since the end of the Cold War and have been upgraded with precision-guided missiles, electronics, and high-tech sensors. Each aircraft can carry up to 70,000 pounds of bombs, mines, and missiles. Yeah, so let's see.
Yeah, somebody reminded me in chat that ISIS is also a thing we've been.
Yeah, ISIS is still
fighting.
Yeah,
forgot Archer. About that. Sorry.
Damn that Archer.
God,
thank you, Mr. Baker. Ad for a historical documentary about the rise of Lugal Zagsi and his eventual fall. Oh boy! All right. Thank you, Mr. Baker. I'm learning something new every day.
These ads have gotten progressively crazier and crazier. Like, I remember when they were just, this stream is brought to you by Snubbirth. All right, bye. Like, that was...
Oh, my God. Thank you, Ranting Monkey. A competing douche. I'm going to name it Ranting Monkey. Oh, that makes the vag smell like strawberry, the taint like vanilla, and the rest,
rear.
I think, rear like chocolate.
Oh my God. Because it's a... What is it?
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan ice cream where the vanilla is the taint. You're right. Very creative, Spunky.
I've already got a name figured out in that 3 seconds I needed there, so.
I'm in a lot of pain, and that makes me laugh, so.
Okay, well.
Well, as long as you're in pain and you have an excuse, I guess it's all right to be a disgusting human being.
All right, thank you, Monkey. Let's see. What else do I have? We got the bomber. Oh, we do have some YouTube drama that made it to CNN.
Do we, for realsies pants?
I know. It's about someone I've never heard of before, which kind of counts for a zillion YouTubers who have millions of subscribers that I've never heard of before. But YouTube star, and you guys tell me if you know who this person is, because I've never heard of him. Kian Lawley? Or Kian?
I know who he is because I watched Philly D's video.
Oh, okay. Well, YouTube star Kian Lawley loses movie gig after racist comments.
Yeah, I saw this. I didn't know that this book, because I've seen this book in the bookstore, because I go to bookstores because I like books. And it's called The Hate You Give, which is like a really popular YA thing.
Yeah.
And it was totally spawned by Black Lives Matter. And I didn't realize that it was really that big of a deal until this. And I was like, because I've read the synopsis of the book, and it's basically just like, girl has friend who's gunned down in a police shooting and he's unarmed. So it's basically propaganda. And I didn't realize they're actually making it into a movie. So before I was like, I'm not going to read that book because I'm sure it would make me crazy. But now I'm like, maybe I should read this book.
Thank you, Point Curation. Good luck with your eye, Poppy. Thanks for the info, Scribe Light. You're welcome to both of you. All right, so YouTube star Kian Lawley will not appear in the upcoming adaptation of best-selling young adult novel The Hate You Give after a video of Lawley making racist statements began making rounds online. Quote, due to the controversy surrounding his past comments and behavior, Kian Lawley will no longer appear in The Hate You Give, a spokesperson for 20th Century Fox Films said in a statement to CNN. The studio plans to recast the role of Chris and reshoot scenes as needed. An undated video of Lawley making racist remarks was uploaded late last month by YouTube user Just Trash. Though it has just more than 42,000 views, the video drew enough attention to prompt a response from Lawley 2 days ago before he was let go of the film. Quote, if you don't learn, and he spells you with the letter U and not the full word.
Well, he's on Twitter, isn't he?
I don't care. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you are mistakes. You can never grow as a person, he wrote on Twitter. I've learned a lot and am grateful to have the power to change. Lawley has not indicated when the video was filmed. Lawley was cast in The Hate You Give based on the Angela Thomas novel late last year. The film stars Amandla Stenberg, I don't know who that is, as lead character Star Cater.
Well, look, she's
Starrcate.
black. Like, the name has to be
Okay,
fucking
whatever.
retarded.
Starrcate, a teen who is growing up in a poor, primarily black neighborhood, but attends an affluent prep school with mostly white peers. After she witnesses police shoot an unarmed child friend, Starr finds herself in conflict with her two worlds more than ever. Lolly was set to play Starr's boyfriend in the film. Following news that he would be replaced in the movie, Lolly said, quote, "I respect Fox's decision to recast this role for The Hate U Give, as it is an important story, and it would not be appropriate for me to be involved considering the actions of my past." That sounds like it was written by a lawyer.
This sounds moronic.
Well, the other thing...
What did he say? I don't even know what he said.
He said
the N-word.
A couple of times. He made jokes about being black and how he was eating Kentucky Fried Chicken and drinking Kool-Aid, I think it was.
Yeah, so obviously he's a terrible fucking human being. The other thing that I've seen other places, including from Philip DeFranco, but I looked into it as well just because, like I said, I see this book everywhere, and I was like, really? It looks like the video is 4 or 5 years old anyway. Yeah. So...
Well, the optics are bad regardless.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But just thinking about it, because, Philip DeFranco kind of asked this question. I don't know if we're going to talk about the Quentin Tarantino stuff that has also been unearthed, but he kind of drew the parallel from what, like, Quentin Tarantino said. And, like, where do you draw the line where, like, your past doesn't matter anymore? And I would say that if you said something stupid in a joke 5 years ago and you're like, I've learned from it and I have a lawyer now, I don't give a shit.
No. Grape drink is not Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid and grape drink are different.
Yeah, isn't grape drink fizzy?
No, grape drink is the purple stuff right next to the Sunny D.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you have the Tarantino story pulled up or not, but it involves Roman Polanski, and I think that's a far more apt comparison. The fact that Hollywood has no problem still championing that man, a man who raped a little girl.
Yeah, well,
but this guy 5 years ago said the N-word. Oh no.
Right. And like as a kid as well. I mean, I know like there's some things you don't just forgive because somebody's a kid, but I feel like that should be one of them.
Thank you, Attack Alpaca. Ad for a movie. Florida man moves to Vatican City.
Oh my God.
Just the collective of Florida man.
Well, let's see. In regards to Tarantino, as this is, I guess, tangentially inspirational, I guess, to this story. Tarantino, Polanski's 13-year-old rape victim, wanted to have it. Oh, did he really say that? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. It's pretty bad.
See if you have the quotes.
Yeah, hold on. Quentin Tarantino may be trying to act like a willful choir boy in the wake of the Harvey Weinstein allegations. By the way, this comes from page 6, so it's a little, tabloidy. But he seems to be all the more mendacious in the light of an old interview in which he claimed Roman Polanski's 13-year-old rape victim, quote, wanted to have it. Tarantino defended Polanski during a 2003 Howard Stern interview that resurfaced on Jezebel, saying, quote, he didn't rape a 13-year-old. He had sex with a minor. That's not rape, unquote.
He said that's illegal, but that's not rape. And I'm like, it's a lot.
Are you shitting me?
I don't want to be presumptuous, but...
sorry, go ahead.
I don't want to jump ahead of the article, but the argument he's making is that it wasn't a violent rape. He's still an idiot for what he said, but I did want to point that out. He's not saying it was okay. He's just saying it wasn't violent rape, and therefore it's not rape.
When reminded by Stern's sidekick Robin Quivers that Polanski's victim was plied with drugs and alcohol, Tarantino said, quote, no, that was not the case at all. She wanted to have it, quote, sex, and dated the guy. Look, she was down with this.
Bullshit.
Yeah, Tarantino, who ruefully said of Weinstein, quote, I knew enough to do more than I did, unquote, was accused by Uma Thurman of forcing her to do a car crash stunt in Kill Bill that left her injured. Plus, he spat in her face and choked her with a chain because he didn't trust a trained actor to do it. I must have missed that part. I hadn't heard that one. Was that for like...
That's it.
Was that a scene?
A new thing? Yeah, apparently it was a scene, and he did it as the director because he didn't trust the actor to do it.
Oh, so they like just shot his hands and then didn't have the guy off stage. Okay, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he wasn't just like, I'm a director, let me choke you.
Right.
I'm gonna choke a bitch.
Let's see. Tarantino called the Uma crash one of the biggest regrets of my life. Right. Jessica Chastain tweeted, quote, I keep imagining Tarantino spitting in Uma's face and strangling her with a chain. How many images of women in media do we celebrate that showcase abuse? Oh,
for fuck's... Okay, here's the thing. I get a lot of what Uma Thurman is saying about the Tarantino stuff, but at the same time, there are plenty of movies in which, imagery like that is used, and somebody's going to have to pretend to choke you if that's the role in the script that you're going for.
Thank you, Mashisu. What is Ranting Monkey's Nipples' favorite song? The Twist.
Indeed.
I'm
gonna die. Oh.
Well, not right now. You're not. We have a show to do.
Yeah, we are busy. You can die later, goddammit.
Think about the ratings.
Think about the ratings.
You could go to Twitter and go, guys, somebody just died live on stream. You'd be viral.
You want me to profit off of someone's death?
Oh, I would profit off Monkey's death so hard if that actually happened.
Whoa.
Monkey would want me to do that. And you know what?
Yes.
I would want the same for him.
I want to go on record. People can profit off my death, especially my
wife.
wife.
Same thing here. You know what? If my death can take you guys all the way to the top, you know what? You go for it.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. Ad for Florida Man goes to Washington. I'm just going to do like a Netflix series called Where in the World is Florida Man at this point. Might as well. I did the last time I got a whole bunch of Florida Man requests in one night. I just made a Netflix series. It'll be season 3, Where in the World is Florida Man. Okay, well, that's all the stories I had queued up. Do you guys know of anything else to cover before we...
Not that I know of.
Let's see. Let's get a Poppy update. We are at $905, and when we started with $755. So thank you so much, guys. And we'll keep that going over the course of the
Thanks,
day.
guys.
You guys are the bomb.
Oh, have you seen the footage of the Tesla in space?
Yes, I did see that. Elon Musk, Can we just say, like, admit as a collective that Elon Musk is a mad scientist, and I fucking love it.
Thank you, Inedible Trout. What do you get when you cross a cow and an octopus? A call from the ethics committee and immediate revocation of your grant funding.
Uh-oh.
It depends on what you said you'd do with the grant money.
What do you call what?
What do you get when you cross a cow and an octopus? A call from the ethics committee and immediate revocation of your grant funding.
Did that happen to someone?
But what if I was doing a grant to cross a cow and an octopus?
Well, that was the thing. That's what I was saying. It's like, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm stealing your thing.
Cowtopus.
But I'm funnier, damn it.
Octocow.
Cowpuss.
Prepare for the octocow.
I like cowpuss better.
Cowpuss.
Cowpuss is the better name by far.
Well, if we're on Cowpuss now, I suppose we can go on to MSS News.
Sure. So shizzle, yo.
Okay, Street SDA says it's all right, guys. So with that preamble,
what Street SDA says goes. Goddamn it.
Guys, if you have news stories you'd like us to read on the air, please send them to us via Twitter using the hashtag MSS News. Can't promise we'll get to them all, but we'll look at as many as we can. And I'm going to scroll all the way down. And I'm going to preempt probably a couple on here by saying, apparently the guys who made Game of Thrones have now been handed a Star Wars franchise of their own to make. We don't know what the movies will be about, save that they will be separate from the Skywalker saga. So...
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'm hoping for Old Republic. I'm probably
oh my god, I would jizz my pants if it was Old Republic.
Thank you, Point Curation. The Taliban likes Cowpuss too.
If you enjoyed the kiss between Luke and Leia, now that Game of Thrones is involved, I think there's going to be a lot more for you to enjoy.
Well, okay, but they had to work with what George R.R. Martin handed them, and that was in his story, so they couldn't really avoid that. That doesn't mean that it will be in Star Wars. Bye, Poppy. Feel better. I'm. Andre Martin says it'll suck. After seeing the Solo preview, I don't have much hope for Star Wars. I was telling Monkey before the stream. Independent creators could do interesting things with it depending on what they do. Like there might be one-offs that are worthwhile, but we're going to get. We're already almost there. Oversaturation of Star Wars real quick, and I don't think it's going to be better for it. So,
you know what we need?
We
need a Jawa movie.
You know what we need?
But Jawas.
Actually, you know what we do need? I want a TV series, live action, set in the Sith Academy from the Old Republic. I want like
that would be cool.
a sort of quasi high school drama kind of thing, but with the Sith Academy.
Do you not do what again, Stacy Gardner? What did I do?
I don't know. Whatever you're clicking or something. Something's clicking on somebody's side. Yeah, that. Whatever that is.
I'm not doing anything.
What are you doing, girl?
Somebody's clicking something against their microphone, or you got your microphone rubbing against something.
Right there. You just did it again.
Oh.
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you clicking your tongue against your microphone?
No, I think it might have been my hair. You remember when I used to jingle?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It might be that. I don't know. I also coughed before a minute before I muted myself, so that might have been it too.
Oh, dear God. Real quick, I got to read this. Weibo says, for YouTube drama time, JF blocked me on Twitter, and I'm genuinely confused as to why. Also offended, because it's probably because he's racist against Polacks. No, the Polak thing would make him hard. It's that you're in college. He's too smart for him.
You're too smart. You got to be a little bit more retarded, Weibo.
You're still crinkling, whatever you're doing.
I don't know why. I'm not doing anything.
Jack Cochran, her hair didn't really jingle. It was just the way her hair would hit the mic. It sounded like it was jingling. Better?
Well, nothing's happening right now.
Okay, good. Because this is like not a problem with this mic.
All right. Anyway, speaking of the Jack motherfucking Cochran, what?
Yes, no, keep going. No, this isn't chat. Keep going. I don't want to do this one.
Yeah, I'm not like, okay, the microphone is nowhere near my mouth. Just so we're fucking clear. Okay.
All right.
I'm not deep throating anything.
All right. So, on to stories. Jack Cochran sends us a Florida man story, strangely enough. Florida man, the entity itself, threatened to kidnap singer Lana Del Rey.
What?
A Florida man is in jail for allegedly threatening to kidnap pop singer Lana Del Rey before a concert. Orlando police said officers arrested 43-year-old Michael Sean Hunt. Michael Hunt?
Nice.
Oh, that's so second grade. Of Riverview on Friday, right outside the Amway Center where Del Rey was performing. The statement said authorities had received a tip about Hunt making a possible kidnapping threat to the singer, whose real name is Elizabeth Grant. Elizabeth Grant, Lana Del Rey. Okay. Police said Hunt was carrying a ticket to the concert and a knife when he was arrested about a block away from the venue. Hunt was held Sunday without bail on charges of attempted kidnapping with a weapon and aggravated stalking with a credible threat. So there you go on that. I'm always interested by people's stage names and like what their real names are. You know what Cary Grant's real name was?
Cary Grant?
Yeah. No, Archibald Leach.
I know Hulk Hogan's name is Terry.
Yeah, Terry. It just slipped my mind.
And also, someone in chat, Stacy Gardner, was like, "You're not street SDA." I fucking beg to differ. I am street as fuck.
Whoa!
You take that.
It's just a really, really white street.
Yeah, it is. And it, you know what?
Can you tell me how to get to White Street?
Honky Street.
It's white.
Honky Street.
Okay.
All right, this one comes from Jody Vowell. I think I heard something about this. California works to ban straws based on a child's old research. On January 17th, the California legislature introduced Assembly Bill number 1884. This bill would make it illegal to provide straws at restaurants unless they are specially requested. The bill would harshly punish waiters for bringing unsolicited straws to customers. Punishments would range from $25 up to $1,000 and 6 months in prison. According to the politician who introduced this bill, it aims to combat the 500 million plastic straws used in the United States each day. This statistic has been cited by CNN, the LA Times, and even the National Park Service. This is a massive number since there are about 323 people in the U.S. What? Wait, what? This is a massive number since I think they meant 323 million, not 323. Good job, guys. 323 million people in the US. Therefore, including babies, everyone uses about 1.5 disposable plastic straws per day. Unfortunately, this statistic may not be the most reliable. After doing a little digging, and by a little, I mean clicking one link, I was able to find the author of this study. This study was done in February 2011 by a 9-year-old. He found this information by talking to some straw manufacturers and estimating a total. The 500 million straw estimate has not been updated since this study was done 7 years ago by a child. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Ah, that's great. That's just great. Thank you, Gregory Hurst. Mike Hunt is such a dick. You're right. You're very right. That's
when I worked at Walmart, we had somebody call in and say they were ask for Mike Hunt, and the girl working the phones actually paged it out.
Oh no.
And we had to go tell her.
Oh.
Can't say that. She's like, what? She didn't get it.
Ugh.
You know what though? Like, had I been that person,
mm-hmm.
you would have had to have that talk with me.
Probably.
That would have been a complete Meatloaf moment because I would have.
Oh,
This is
the greatest ad for McDonald's ever. This one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent. Senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. Chemical in McDonald's French fries may help cure baldness.
Sweet.
A chemical used in cooking McDonald's French fries may help eliminate baldness in humans, according to a new study. Scientists at Yokohama National University in Japan experimented with a silicone called dimethylpolysiloxane to regrow hair on mice. It's the same chemical added to McDonald's fry oil to prevent splashing.
Sweet.
So they fry the fries in a silicone. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. In the study published by Biomaterials, it states that a stem cell research team discovered a new method to create hair follicle germs, or HFGs, using the chemical. Scientists then transplanted the HFGs into the backs of the mice and successfully regrew their hair. This technique created 5,000 HFGs simultaneously, the study said. Wow. So basically, go to your McDonald's and dunk your head into the French fry fryer. When it's cold, guys. When it's cold. If you're bald. Or maybe you want some hair in places you don't currently have it. This also comes from Colleen Bernier. I think this is a Florida woman story. St. Johns County deputies. Couple discusses concealed narcotics while in patrol car.
I'm sorry, read that again.
Couple discusses concealed narcotics while inside a patrol car.
All right.
A Daytona Beach couple was arrested Saturday after the woman's husband asked her to conceal a plastic baggie inside her body while they were sitting in the patrol car, an arrest report reveals. Stephen and Jamie Schultz, 37 and 28 respectively, were pulled over on I-95 near the mile marker 301 at approximately 6:40 p.m. after their car crossed a solid yellow line. As deputies ran the driver's licenses and wrote up a traffic warning, another officer with a narcotics canine arrived on the scene, according to a police report. Deputies put the couple in the back of a patrol car after the canine got a hit on the car, according to the report. Police said they did not find illegal drugs or contraband in the car. One of the deputies listened to a recording from the back of the patrol car and heard the couple discussing a concealed object. According to the report, the officer overheard one of them say Stephen had concealed an unknown object or substance in his genital area. The report says Stephen was then heard on the recording requesting Jamie to conceal the object or substance in her body cavity. Yeah. They were charged with trafficking cocaine, according to the police. So, good job, guys. That's real smart.
Hey, baby, can you stick this in? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Lady Monkey there for a second.
No, I was doing my best Florida man impression.
I wonder what Florida man sounds like. Like if Florida man were or a character. What would Florida man sound like?
Sounds like a chocolate douche.
He'd probably have like a really gravelly voice. I think he'd have like a smoker's voice. And he's been around the block a few times. Let's see. What else do we have? Well, we talked about the Doritos, the girl Doritos yesterday.
Oh, but by the way, that is not a real story according to Doritos.
Oh, Doritos. So that was a viral, like a fake out or something?
No, yeah. Doritos issued a statement saying that they don't have any such product in the works. But the whole thing came from the CEO or whatever of PepsiCo.
Did it though?
Yes, there's an actual quote. It's from a podcast she was on.
Okay.
And she said all of the things, about women not wanting to crunch and not wanting their fingers to get dirty. But and saying, we've started working on this. The problem, though, is that they never actually announced anything. So now they're falling back and going, we weren't really doing this.
So you think that they walked it back because of the bad publicity and said we were just kidding or it wasn't real?
That's my guess.
Interesting.
They came out in a statement, and their statement said, "We already have Doritos for women. It's called Doritos."
Well, that'd be a good follow-up.
Yeah, they made a huge PR mistake by making it, this is for women instead of just a new thing for people who don't want to crunch. Here's the thing. I think it's a walk back.
Here's the thing I'm wondering. Was the person who called themselves the Pepsi CEO actually the Pepsi CEO?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay, because I just remember there's a couple of documentaries out there. Have you ever heard of the Yes Men?
Sounds familiar. But
they're these like activist guys that go around posing as officials and official things and making statements that are completely antithetical to what the real, entity or corporation would be. Like I think one time they posed as UN representatives, and they went to some conference and they announced that I forget what it was. They were going to do something like ridiculous that was like we're going to forgive all the debt and something or other, and people thought it was real, and then the UN had to come out and like correct themselves, like, no, we'd never forgive debt or something, and just like look bad and having to correct somebody else's fake announcement.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gregory Hurst. They were going to make stir fry, but walked it back. Oh. A wok is a that big bowl they use to fry Asian type cuisine.
No, I didn't.
You did? Oh, okay. Well,
how white are you?
I was about to say, for somebody who talks street.
I'm not the biggest fan of Asian food because it has like a lot of flavor and.
So you're really white. You don't
no, like
bland is the only thing I'll eat.
Yeah, like I'm dead serious. If something has like too much flavor, I get a little scared.
SDA's favorite food is gruel. Just tasteless, formless.
Honestly,
gruel.
like one of my favorite foods is literally saltine crackers. So.
Okay, well, speaking of snacks, this one comes from Guillermo Salvage. I think I'm saying that correctly. Probably not. Girl Scout sells 312 boxes of cookies near a pot dispensary.
Well, yeah.
That is an enterprising young lady. A 9-year-old Girl Scout in California discovered a strategic spot to sell cookies in front of the Urban Leaf Marijuana Dispensary in San Diego. The girl and her father, whose identities are not being revealed, said they sold 312 boxes of cookies in a few hours during Super Bowl weekend. The girl did not set up on the property of the dispensary, but was in plain view of the building, the news station reports. So customers craving Thin Mints, s'mores, and Samoas had a convenient place to buy them. However, the dispensary posted a photo on Instagram showing the girl with boxes of cookies in front of the business. Quote, get some Girl Scout cookies with your GSC today until 4 p.m. Have a friend that wants to tag along, bring them with. Shopping is more fun with friends anyways, the company wrote on the Instagram post. GSC refers to a product flavored like Girl Scout cookies. Oh, I did not know that. That's hilarious.
Then.
I wonder what the Girl Scouts of America will say about that one. Good job, or don't do it again.
Probably both. Yeah, Snubber. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Snubber. Scribe. Didn't the Girl Scout weed thing happen before? How old's this article? Well, it happened. This is for Super Bowl weekend, so it was just today. But yes, it has been done before, and I think they got some. We read a story about that a while back. Because when I saw that headline, I too thought maybe this is an old story, but it's not. So it's not a new strategy. It just happens to be the latest, I suppose. Thank you, Inedible Trout. My friend said to me, "What rhymes with orange?" I said, "No, it doesn't."
I love that joke.
Har har. What does rhyme with orange?
Schmorange.
The closest thing I've ever heard is door hinge. It's not really one word, but that's the only thing I've ever heard that comes close. Although there are other like obscure like old English words or something that I think get there. Let's do one more here before we get to YouTube time. Let's find something really funny before we. Okay. Should I do a story about Black Panther on an MSS News, or should I wait for a deep topic?
You could save it for deep topic.
Okay, I'll save for deep topic. Okay, so I'll save that one, and that one will come from Raymond Lewis when we get there. Okay, if this is true, this is going to be funny. Thank you, Sarah Plyer. Ad request for the book Sting by Sandra Brown, also to help with Goldfish, Gum, and Dr. Pepper. Wow, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper right now. Yeah, you know me very well, Sarah. So yeah, gum. Well, actually, I don't actually chew that much gum, but Goldfish and Dr. Pepper.
We always do the gum money thing.
That's true too. Okay. Another book. Is this? I assume this is a real book. So I'm gonna have to do. Well, you and Mr. Baker, you're gonna have me. I'm gonna be working for Audible.com before I know it, which is fine with me, I suppose. All right. So this one comes from Massive Dynamics, and if this is true, this is both hilarious and gross. Well, it's coming from Sky News, so it must be true. IKEA encourages pregnant women to wee on advert to reveal discount.
What? Hashtag things that are not okay.
A new advertising campaign in a Swedish magazine encourages pregnant women to urinate on it to reveal a discount for a cot.
Holy God.
Okay. IKEA has released a new advert which encourages pregnant women to urinate on it. The ad, which is running in Amelia, one of Sweden's most widely read women's magazines, states, quote, "Peeing on this ad may change your life," unquote. It adds, quote, "Pee on the marked area and wait a moment. If you are expecting, you will get a surprise right here," unquote. If a pregnant woman's urine is detected on the patch of the page where women are encouraged to wee, a discount appears beneath the price of a Sundvik cot, taking it down from 995 Swedish krona, or 90 pounds, to 495 Swedish krona, or 45 pounds. So 50% discount if you piss on an ad. Patrick,
then don't you have to take your pissy ad to the fucking store?
Yes, that was what I assumed so. Patrick Nygren Bonnier, IKEA marketing manager, explained that the idea behind the ad was to, quote, "show life as it is for as many of us as we can," unquote. What?
Who's pissing on papers?
Quote, "IKEA's products are inspired by life itself and are all a big part of the everyday life at home. Of course, everyday life can be dull at times, but it also contains those magical, life-changing moments. We want to be right there when they happen, and through the Where Life Happens campaign, we take that idea all the way. What could be more true to this than the moment of creating life?"
That's not the moment of creating life.
You know what's funny though is that if you had a child who was still growing, like pee on a pregnancy test and or this ad, it would work because it's detecting the same hormone that you detect in pregnant women. So
thank you.
I'm just saying, if you've got kids and you want money off, you can still get it.
Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. Hey guys, sorry I missed your last few streams. I was in Center City, Philly Sunday night. Still recovering. Ad for a hangover that lasts more than 24 hours. Ow, my head.
Feel better, bud.
Hope you heal up quick. And again, guys, if you'll check the description, there's a link there to Lucky Pop-Tart's GoFundMe for her eye treatment. Before you decide to send me an ad request, please consider going there first. Appreciate it either way. Okay, well, with pissing on an ad out of the way.
You got another super chat there.
Thank you, Gregory Hurst. Good thing it's not for men with low sperm count. Jesus.
Well, Faith just said in chat what I was thinking. The moment of creating life would be sex fluid. It would be sperm and an egg.
Thank you, Terry Diamantis. If you're working behind the counter at IKEA, you're in trouble.
Nice. Nicely played. You get a snap for that one.
What is IKEA thinking? Sweden is weird. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the stories tonight. Appreciate that. We're going to move into YouTube time. I'll go first because while I do have a couple of things that are projects, I didn't do much work on them today, so I didn't really get anything done. But they are, one's a TEDx talk, and the other one is it's not a TEDx talk, but it's a presentation that looks a lot like one. So one's on feminism, the other one's on diversity, kind of. So I'll be working on those over the next couple of days. So I might have a couple things out before the weekend. SDA, what are you up to?
I had a crazy busy day that did not involve anything to do with YouTube. So nothing new from yesterday, but if you guys weren't here last night, next Monday I will actually be we'll have Poisoning the Well on, but it'll be extra fun because I will be in their studio with them. So that's exciting.
Cool.
I know a lot of people were excited last night, so yeah.
I assume it's going to be on your channel still, though.
Yeah, it's going to be on my channel.
Okay. Any book clubs or anything coming up?
Nope, not right now.
Okay. And then Monkey, what are you up to? Because I know that at least you have some very waited with bated breath Twitter drama to tell us about.
I really want to make a video on Black Panther and everything going on around that.
Yes.
So that'll probably be my next one. We'll see. But other than that, yeah, I had little butt today, and I spent my day laying on the couch in great pain. There was a disturbing moment in my life today. I'm laying there literally moaning in agony, and I went, oh fuck, and little butt starts laughing.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, what are you laughing at? She said, what did you say? I said, Grandpa said a bad word. She goes, bad words are funny. I was like, oh my God.
Thank you, P-Dog Knight. My favorite tweet of the day was a lecture on how live streaming is the future. Brilliant. Okay. We are part of the future, guys.
Well, we were ahead of the curve. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, Lawyer Dog says it, so it must be true legally, too.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Lawyer Dog. You just made it official.
Well, Grand Monkey is a treasure, an eternal treasure.
She's a doll. She took care of me all day, and she does that when I'm really bad. She makes sure I have pillows and blankets because I get really cold, and she'll pull her little tape. She has a little table, and she likes to play Play-Doh on there. And usually I go sit with her, but if I can't, she'll pull the table over to me so we can still play together.
Aww. And now Weibo Jones has gone all Greek on us.
Well, it's YouTube drama time because none of us did anything. And I just want to share with you the super chat that our dear Weibo sent to JF over on Andy Worski's stream. Are you ready for this?
Shit. I don't know if I am, but I'm ready for it. Go ahead.
JF, I got to know why you blocked me on Twitter. Is it because I'm Polish or because I'm not retarded enough for you?
Oh! Oh my God, Lebo, you are my friend. Oh! I love you to death. You are one of my favorite people, and that is why. Hold on, I'm not done. Lebo, you are God's gift to the world.
Wow.
Just so you know.
Jesus.
That's really funny. What did he say?
I don't know if we have an answer yet or not. But for those of you who are wondering why she said in chat that she's probably ruined any chance of getting on Worski Live, that would be why.
That's hilarious.
I don't
That's
know if
fucking
I'm ever
funny.
going to get on there either because the worse he's mad at Sophane. So,
Why, might I ask?
Well,
let's get into
Okay,
it.
well, no, it's all right. If this is a lot, never mind. You tell me off the air. If it's like a long thing, we don't have to get into it.
No, like literally, like let's get in. That's the Twitter drama today that we're referring to.
Monkey. We discussed yesterday briefly Sophane's tweet about somebody had asked if Sophane was trying to deplatform people, which he wasn't. What his tweet said, and I'm just going to paraphrase here, you guys, is that the people like me, and for the record, this was not just directed at Andy Worski, even though Andy took it that way. But people like me who do anti-SJW content, we just bash the fuck out of them, but don't really say anything about the right, or the alt-right. And the second line there, the way he phrased it, that was kind of pointed towards Andy, because it said something about having 40 streams to let them talk so people don't like them. And he's got a point there. The way people treat the two different sides, he's not wrong. Andy took it very, very personally, and he challenged Sophane to come on to. Oh, do you want to do your super chat real quick?
Thank you, Cryptic. What kind of bird gives the best head? A swallow. Thank you, Cryptic.
So Andy challenged him to come on Kumite, and Fane was like, no.
Wait, what is Kumite, and what does that have to do with Andy?
Andy is a regular guest on Kumite. Kumite is Tonka Saw's show where people go on there and complain because people said mean words about him.
Springer.
Yeah, like Mr. Macker said.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So Fane's like, no. And people called him a coward because he wouldn't go on there. And Sophane, he actually came back and goes, one, I was at work, and two, he posted a screenshot from the chat of Kumite today where people were just bashing him who've never heard anything he said, and all based on this one goddamn tweet.
Yeah. I wouldn't go into that either. Like, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, because I know it's a lot of people that were like, you can have whatever reason you want, but if it's because people are mean, then like, meh. I don't know. I mean, if the atmosphere is already there and, you actually want to talk to somebody about something, having an atmosphere like that is not productive. And if you're trying to be productive, I wouldn't have done it either. I would have said, you know what, why don't we set this aside, everybody calm the fuck down, and then maybe we can chat. But, I mean, there's no need to subject yourself to bullshit, in my opinion.
Well, nobody has to do any of that shit if they don't want to. They can completely ignore it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I had several arguments with people over this because I responded to Andy and told him I think he's gotten really thin-skinned. He said that he was out just trying to do his thing, but people keep talking about him. Well, you don't have to answer him. Yeah, and if you do, that's entirely your choice. And at that point, you lose the right to bitch about it, in my opinion. But me and Andy had a few back and forth. And honestly, my only suggestion, I don't care if they want to keep going like this. I just think Andy has gotten very thin-skinned and can't take any kind of criticism. And if anybody, there was actually a video a couple days ago from somebody who used to be one of Andy's patron supporters. And the guy had made a tweet to Andy in some joking manner, but it was kind of insulting. And Andy just ripped on him on the Kumite because the guy was talking about him. Actually brought the guy on and starts yelling at him and claiming that he's heard that this guy was talking shit about him and that he'd gotten emails from Failure Accomplished showing that he'd been insulting him. And the guy's like, dude, bring up the emails. Let me see them. Bring them up. And Failure couldn't be reached at that moment for some reason.
Why?
Andy just keeps going around getting his feelings hurt over anybody saying anything about him. And I was merely pointing out, I think that's a bad road to go down.
I have a question.
And then, sure.
At this point, how many, I know this is just to add on to what you say, but how many subscribers does Andy have?
Last I saw was 200 and some thousand, and he might be over 3 now. I don't know.
There's no, how can you have that many subscribers and not be used to people saying stupid shit about you? I'm used to it. I mean, people tell me to kill, I get told to kill myself at least like twice a week. You got to get over it.
Mm,
I don't understand
normally,
that.
sure, but when yeah, I don't know if I want to get into this on the air.
Okay, that's
No, I
fine.
don't. We can discuss that off the air if you'd like.
Yeah,
But
no worries.
so Politipod jumps in there and says that people should be willing to go on the show with them. Or
Yeah.
another thing they're really upset about is people not at tweeting. That's where you at the person that you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. I
Which is
mean,
funny because if you
okay.
go through Politipod's Twitter timeline, he doesn't do that. But anyway, I asked why should Tonka and Andy get this special treatment? And this is where me and Tonka got into it. And they said, what special treatment? I said, the special treatment of you're never allowed to speak to them unless they're there, and you have to always tweet them. And then I might have called the people that frequent the Kumite pussies.
Dun, dun, dun.
I might have.
Yeah, I got into it. Sorry.
I said, to which Tonka got bent out of shape. And I said, Steve, he got bent out of shape. And that was the end of my involvement in it.
Well, also, nobody owes you a conversation. And as my dad drilled into me as a kid, if you wrestle with pigs, you're both going to get dirty, but the pigs are going to enjoy it.
Yep.
So, you know, I don't know. Like, it's just a thought. If you don't want to subject yourself to bullshit, and let's face it, you're at a huge disadvantage as far as how many people are on that stream who are mad at you and in the chat. So whether you're right or wrong, you're probably going to make yourself look bad. And Sophane's not a fucking idiot, so he knows that. So what he said was, yeah, I mean, we can have a chat, but we're going to do it on my terms, you know, to control the situation. Why wouldn't you want to do that? I should also add that I'm like IRL friends with Sophane, so I'm super biased, but I can totally admit that.
Well, I wasn't bashing Andy. I was giving him what I thought was constructive feedback, because I really do think he's on a very destructive course right now with this. And he can take that advice or not. But he has surrounded himself with a bunch of fucking sycophants who just cheer everything he does, and they're enjoying the ride right now. But it'll be lonely when that ride ends. And well, like I've said before, I hope Andy does well, because I do like Andy. But the Kumite mentality, where if somebody says something bad to you, you got to fight about it, is the gayest thin-skinned shit I've ever heard of. Man the fuck up. If somebody says something bad about you, ignore it, make a joke, move on with your fucking life.
Or maybe listen to it if it's genuine criticism. You know?
Well, no, I mean, you don't even have to listen to criticism if you don't want to. If you can take it as personal as he is, because he is going around just, I mean, attacking anyone who says anything. I mean, I saw a group of them attacking somebody, a Twitter user who had 35 fucking followers. You're really worried about what this person is saying about you? Fuck off. No, you're not. Never mind. Grow up. Get a thicker skin, or maybe the internet is just not for you. Because you know how the fucking internet works. I've seen you say these same goddamn things to feminists because they got their feelings hurt. But now that it's you, suddenly feelings are the most important thing, and we got to fucking fight over everything. Kiss my ass. That is gay as fuck. I'm done.
Well then, quick update on the Poppy fundraiser. From we started at 7:55 as the stream began. It's now at 9:30. So thank you guys so much. Again, if you happen to have a couple extra bucks, there's a link in the description to Lucky Pop-Tarts fund me for her eye treatment. Okay, any other YouTube drama and such?
No, and for the record, I still enjoy the drama of it, but there's two sides of this. There's the drama, and then there's what you're doing to your reputation, and you might want to look at those. Is he still getting?
Sorry.
Is he still getting massive super chats for all these things regardless?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right.
I mean, as much as I like, I'll just go ahead and say this. I think that what Andy doing long term is probably, I think what he's doing is probably pretty stupid. I think it's going to bite him in the ass. However, right now he's making way more money than I am, so maybe he's doing a little something right. And by that I mean a lot of something right. Like I said, we'll just see how it goes long term. I mean, short term it looks great, but you know, people are going to judge you by the company you keep. And I know, you know, guilt by association is a bad thing, but, you know, if you start surrounding yourself with certain people and those are the only people you surround yourself with, well, you know, just a thought.
Well, the way to play it, as so many others in the past have, is the rule of being a bad person. Redemption is always far more celebrated than consistency. So if he has a change of heart at some point or realizes that he's gone too far, however you measure that, that'll get just as much or more attention than his worst day ever did. So
that's true. Yeah, the most celebrated are the rehabilitated, as we
I mean, if you always act, you know, appropriately, nobody gives a shit. But if you're a drug dealer who turns into a celebrated author,
a counselor,
that becomes that becomes a bigger deal than somebody who's never done anything wrong. It's like,
because,
I followed the law my whole life. I haven't fucked over anybody or drugged anybody or killed anybody.
Yeah, and I've been an honest, you know, and good businessman. Treat my employees with respect. Fuck that.
Whoa.
The guy.
Is that SDA? That's her. SDA, you just went off into La La Land.
That was weird.
You repeated yourself 3 times and then disappeared off into the distance in sound. So I don't know what happened.
All right, that's weird.
That was a sound effect I hadn't heard before.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with me tonight.
Okay. Well, anyway,
that was weird.
Yeah, I put that on Facebook several years ago. Redemption is always more celebrated than consistency, and it almost is always true in every situation I've come across.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, nobody, like I said, nobody cares if you've worked hard and you've been good and courteous to people your entire life and treated everybody fairly. But you know, if you killed a guy and then wrote a book, well, you are the new Jesus.
Okay, so this might be sort of prelude to a monkey video, because this headline just makes me shake my head. But there was a hashtag going around today that called "What Black Panther Means to You" or "Means to Me." And most people that I saw the hashtag on were like nothing or I don't care. It's a movie. I just said it's 2 hours of escapism, like every other Marvel movie. But Vulture.com, specifically Vulture.com's Kyle Buchanan, says this: Black Panther ought to win Marvel Studios its first Oscar.
Really?
Really? Yeah. Okay. Maybe
this person seen it yet, though?
Well, I don't know yet. I haven't read the article, but okay. I could see a Marvel movie winning an Oscar for like best costume design or best sound mixing or best visual effects or something. Certainly. For anything else, I would be bamboozled. But anyway, it's hardly news for a Marvel Studio movie to win great reviews and even better box office. But the studio's latest comic book entry, Black Panther, is poised to deliver all that and more. Early reactions to the Ryan Coogler-directed film are glowing. Opening weekend projections are through the roof, and one crucial laurel that has eluded the studio since its inception may finally be within reach: a golden Oscar statue. None of the 17 blockbusters that make up Marvel's interconnected cinematic universe has so far won an Academy Award, and few of these movies have even received a nomination outside of the Best Visual Effects category. Aha! Not only do I suspect Black Panther will change that, I think there's one category where it already ought to be considered the frontrunner, meaning the 18th Marvel Studios movie could take home the company's first Academy Award. And that would be the race for Best Costume Design. Aha! I was right. A trophy that no Marvel film has yet been nominated for, which I'm actually kind of surprised by. Superhero costumes and modern-day looks rarely get the credit they deserve from the Academy, since often the costume category defaults towards pretty period frocks. But I expect Ruth E. Carter's dazzling Black Panther outfits will prove too good to ignore. you know what? From what I've seen from the trailer, I wouldn't necessarily disagree.
I'm really surprised too, Scribe. Like that just, I don't know. Like you said, I feel like that would just kind of happen most of the movies, like where they would get some kind of costume shout out or like make or whatever. But then again, there was that one year where I think it was a Star Trek movie didn't get best makeup, but like some other thing did, and everybody was like, really? Really?
I'm going to disagree with you guys on the best costume things because these are basically costume designs that already exist.
Well, yes, but there's a difference. I mean, if you ever you saw Captain America, the first Captain America movie, right?
Sure.
Okay, and so there was a joke in there where he was wearing the actual Captain America costume from the comic books, and it looked ridiculous. I think it takes a lot of ingenuity to design something that's from the comic book page into something that's practical, at least for the sake of the film, and even wearable in action scenes and stuff like that. And so to create a Captain America costume that works in real life, or an Ant-Man costume that can be used in filming and everything else, I don't know. It just seems to me that some consideration should have been given to some of these movies so far for some of the costumes. But that's just me. I don't know. Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. Is it racist if it doesn't? I should bet on that. You're going to short the Oscars. You're going to short Black Panther for an Oscar. Let's see. Does he say anything else about this? Yeah, because I mean, I could certainly see a costume design award for one of these movies. And if that's what this guy's arguing, then I don't really have anything against that. Okay, we're skipping down a bit. Can Black Panther score any significant Oscar nominations beyond the costume design? Certainly. Its hair and makeup team deserves credit, though that branch often favors transformative and old age makeup jobs. Cinematographer Rachel Morrison became the first woman to be nominated in the category this year for her work on Mudbound, and while she shoots Black Panther with aplomb, it's likely lit too much like most other Marvel movies to stand out. Best Picture is the biggest question mark. No, it's not. No. A Marvel movie will not get anywhere near Best Picture. Sorry.
Of course not. I mean, like, you have to, everybody knows Oscar bait movies when they see them. Like, there are only certain movies that are allowed to get Oscars for Best Picture. You have to be a tearjerker. It's preferable that the movie is about Hollywood itself, yada, yada, yada. We all know these things.
Or a historical period piece about slavery or something.
Right. That makes you cry.
What?
I bet I wouldn't be surprised to see it get nominated.
Oh, simply for the diversity factor?
Yep.
Oh.
Remember, Oscar's so white, and you have this movie that is basically all black.
Let's see. Is perhaps the biggest question mark. Coogler's film will surely have the box office legs to prompt that sort of talk. Sorry, no, wait. Giant box office doesn't talk anything about Oscar Best Picture. I mean, Last Jedi is not going to get Best Picture next year. It's just not going to happen. So I don't even know what you're talking about. Though other big comic book hits like Wonder Woman and Deadpool didn't make the final cut. Wonder Woman and really? No, of course not. Deadpool and Wonder Woman Best Picture? Okay, this guy's gone off the rails a little bit trying to go Best Picture. Okay, so anyway, I thought this was going somewhere. I thought his offering was going to be it should win Best Picture as the first off. But if he's going costume, yeah, I could see that. Stranger things have happened. I didn't have any other. Sorry, go ahead.
I could see costume. I don't think they're going to see much more than that.
No,
nominated, sure.
Nominated, sure, but winner probably not.
There are certain things that are allowed to be viewed as artistic and things that aren't. Like, and it's the same thing with books, too. Like, things that are considered classic literature are hardly ever interesting or fun. You're not allowed to have fun. And if you're an Oscar movie that's Oscar bait, God forbid you have any fun and don't cry the whole time.
So this is just a complete coincidence, but The Root has posted an article here about Black Panther, at least tangentially. And I have to read the headline, and I know exactly what the immediate response will be for most of our audience and probably Monkey.
Uh-oh.
The headline is When Wakanda Was Real.
Suck my dick.
That was the response I was expecting. I was like, we was Kangs.
Kangs, yeah.
The reason
I
people
have actually seen people say we were kings and queens in relation to this fucking movie.
Well, this might be it. This comes from Michael Harriot, the often author of these things. The reason people love superheroes, do tell, is that when done correctly, they are the perfect combination of our wildest fantasies and reality. There is no white guy born on a distant planet who came to Kansas and discovered that he could fly. If you are ever bitten by a bat, you probably want to get a tetanus shot before making plans to build your bat cave. Wait, he wasn't
bitten by a bat?
What the okay, when I was 8, I tried to convince my cousin to let a radioactive spider. Yeah, he saw a bat in the window and saw it as a symbol of fear.
Did they just cross Spider-Man and Spider-Man?
Well, but you would think, except the next sentence says, when I was 8, I tried to convince my cousin to let a radioactive spider bite him, but for some reason he had no interest in becoming Spider-Man. What the fuck are you anyway? That offends my senses. That offends my nerd boy senses. And of course,
did he say a radioactive spider or a radioactive bat?
Spider.
So spider.
Okay.
Yeah, spider.
Okay, so we did say spider. Okay.
Yeah, so he knows what Spider-Man's origin is, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what?
And of course,
I'm curious.
Yes.
He said when he was little, he tried to get it to have his cousin get bitten by a radioactive. Where the fuck did he get a radioactive spider?
Well, he puts in parentheses, and I forgot to mention this part. I had put it in the microwave.
Okay. At least he was thinking ahead. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with his neighborhood?
I wonder how long he put it in the microwave, because it wouldn't take much to pop that sucker. And of course, when Black America streams into movie theaters on February 15th and 16th, we'll do so knowing that Black Panther has nothing to do with reality. We are well aware that there was never a hidden African country so rich that its king would have been the wealthiest man who ever existed. Sure, there were rich African countries, but the leader of the fictional land of Wakanda is supposedly so wealthy that it is impossible to calculate his wealth. Of course, it is a fictional comic book tale that could never really happen. Except it did. In 1324, Musa I, the 10th Mansa, or king of the West African Empire of Mali, began his 4,000-mile pilgrimage to Mecca. Before this Hajj, the African and Muslim worlds had heard little about the emperor who was uniting many parts of modern-day Mauritania and Mali, and the tale was unknown to most of Europe. But after this trip, Mansa Musa literally put the kingdom of Mali on the map, and to this day, historians universally consider him the richest person who ever lived.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
That is true. I mean, I don't know about the richest person who ever lived, but he was a guy who was rich because, there's a lot of gold in Africa. And there's a lot of precious metals in Africa. And so he was a really rich guy who toured the Middle East and Europe and was like, I'm rich. And everybody was like, whoa, let's go get some of that. So he might have also inspired maybe the Atlantic slave trade as well. Just but you're right. He was rich. That is true.
He was born around 1280 as Kanga Musa, a name.
He was Kangs.
He was Kang, a name that refers to his mother, Kankau Hamadou, in the matriarchal Mandinka society. Although his father was not a royal, Musa was appointed a deputy to the empire and assumed the throne in 1312 when the previous king took a pilgrimage to Mecca and did not return. While Europe was slowly emerging from the famine, war, and disease of mass poverty that killed 1 in every 10 Europeans between 1315 and 1316, Musa was building universities, mosques, and city centers throughout the Empire of Mali. Instead of conquering through war, he expanded his empire through annexation as he used his control of gold and salts to connect disparate city-states into one empire. It is said that by the end of his life, it would have taken an entire year to go from one end of the Mali Empire to the other. Because of this, Mansa earned more titles than a Game of Thrones character. He was called Emir of Mali, Lord of the Mines of Wangara, Conqueror of Granada, Lion of Mali. The only titles he never earned were Mother of Dragons and King of the North. At its height, scholars say the kingdom had 400 densely populated cities in the Niger Delta. The University of Sankore in Timbuktu still stands where he built it after conquering the area. And there's a National Geographic video linked in there about it all. Okay. I'd never heard of him.
Yeah, he's actually okay. And like I said, you know, I don't want to bring up a sore subject for the African Americans, but his tour and the way that he flaunted his wealth was part of what made the Europeans and the Arabs look towards Africa like, I want some of that. So,
I'm sorry.
You know.
Gregory Hurst, thank you. Please tell me Black Panther in movies rich from slave trade. No, they're rich from vibranium, which is the super secret strong metal that makes up Captain America's shield and is, I think, one of the only things that can compete with adamantium in the Marvel Universe, even though presently there's no adamantium in the Marvel Universe because that was a Fox X-Men thing, which is now Marvel thing. So we'll see if that ever shows up. Okay.
What is it?
Whoa.
She's doing it again.
She's doing it again.
What?
Try that again. You can't hear a thing you're saying. You went all robot and off.
You went crazy.
What is Cap's shield made out of?
Well, it was in the comic books. It was made of a adamantium vibranium mix. So it could absorb vibrations and was the strongest stuff in the world, basically. In the movies, it's just made out of vibranium because, again, I think there was some kind of rights issue with using adamantium, as that was a Fox thing with Wolverine and all. So, yeah, that was Captain America's shield in the comic books versus the movie. And it's super rare. It's exceedingly hard to mine because it absorbs vibration. So how do you chip away at something that, you know, can absorb being chipped away at? So that's why it's so valuable and so such a rare metal. And, you know, but somehow Wakanda, being rich for vibranium, exports this stuff and nobody knows where Wakanda is because it's hidden. I never really understood that part of the whole story. It's like, how do you make money with a country nobody knows where it is?
That's not the point. I mean, maybe they'll explain it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who am I to judge?
Anyway, I didn't have any other deep topic-ish stuff. Let's see. And guys, if you have a couple extra bucks, Lucky Pop-Tarts GoFundMe link is in the description. We're going to see where we're at by the end of the stream. And unless you guys got something else, we can just start chat a little early, I suppose.
I have nothing.
Okay. Guys, it is chat time. If you have questions, comments, answers, complaints, conspiracy theories, bad jokes, we'll take them all because that's what we do here. We take what you have to give us, which sounds kind of dirty.
It does.
Because I meant it to. So there you go.
Does it sound like whores?
Well, you are confirmed one because you admit it.
I am a whore.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, you are a whore. You're an H word monkey.
I am. I'm okay with it.
Big ol' H word.
Whore?
Yeah, he's an H word.
An H word. Okay.
I'm not kidding. Like, that's actually something that happened in 6th grade. This one girl who has like a stupid girl name. I'm not gonna say it but I'll tell you. I'll
Is it Muffy?
text it to you guys. No, but she has like a dumb bitch name. Here.
Okay.
A dumb bitch.
She does, like.
Chat. What are your best guesses at a dumb bitch name?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what it was. Names. But like at some point, somebody said the word whore in math class, and this girl went. God, I can't even tell you. Okay, I don't know. Miss Nasal Spray. He said the H word. Nasal Spray was next to me. Sorry, that's not the point. But she was like, he said the H word. Yeah, I said her name to you guys. She does. She's got a dumb bitch name.
Okay.
Right? No? I don't know.
It sounds like a comic book name, honestly, for like.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of does, but like a dumb bitch.
All right, I can say so. Thank you, Cryptic. Asians can't do drive-by shootings because of, the driving part. Har har. And remember, guys, Cryptic is Asian, so it's okay.
JF is
JF is a bitch name.
JF is a dumb bitch name.
Oh boy.
Let's
see. Lothbox said, did anyone see that Black Panther is at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes while having an 8.6 out of 10 critic rating? That's amazing given that the movie hasn't actually come out yet.
Has anybody even seen like early screenings, like critic screenings of it?
I think it had a premiere somewhere, but it hasn't like come out wide release yet. That won't happen for another like week. So,
and as we said, I really hope this is a good movie.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it being a good movie. I just think it's being overhyped like it's the second coming of Jesus or something.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah.
Cozy Comfortable says, Scribe, would you like some spaghetti? Is it homemade spaghetti? Because I like spaghetti, especially if the sauce is like homemade and like meaty and such. Excuse me. Grisella says, do you think Black Lives Matter and Antifa will come out of the woodwork when it gets warmer since they've been quiet this winter? Probably in some fashion.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Kids got to do something to try to get out of class at colleges, Let's see. Jim Gila says it's already premiered. Yeah, it's not, but it's not in wide release until the 15th, I think it is, isn't it? So.
Well, the 3 people who saw it loved it.
Oh yeah, Jim, it had critic screenings. Yeah, sure. Critics get an early screening of it. Which at least is a good sign in the movie biz of like the studio isn't embarrassed of the product, so they give people a chance to look at it. So Netriumi says, somebody touch a my spaghetti. Scribe Light 2018 after he gets his spaghetti. Well, hopefully the person who touched my spaghetti was the cook and they know what they're doing, and that'd be fine. Let's see. Faith is Abdication says, I hope it sucks and even the black supremacists can't stand it and have to denounce it. I think you're out of luck, Faith. I'd be surprised. Marvel has done a lot of things, but so far not made a completely terrible movie.
I'm excited. I hope it's good. I don't care. Like, I really don't, at the end of the day, give a fuck what they think or like what they say. I really just hope it's a good movie, and I hope that I and everybody else can have a good fucking time with it, because that's what the point of all this is. I mean, I know it's easy to lose sight of it when we're all yelling at each other, but I think at the end of the day, the important thing is that we're having fun, right, kids?
Yay.
Yay.
Ellie Burke says, what is the first meal you all learned to cook? Mine was boiled eggs.
Spaghetti.
Top ramen, probably. Or a cup of noodles. Boiling water. There you go. No, actually, no, you know what? I take it back. I learned how to cook rice very early. My mom taught me how to cook rice when I was very young. I forget how young I was. But
you're Asian?
I'm half Asian. So, I can only kind of drive.
That's why Scribe doesn't drive.
Yeah, which is good because, you don't drive. So at least you're Asianing properly.
Yeah, I remove that danger from the road. Let's see, Grisella, hurry, everyone, make a lot of snowballs and save them. Antifa won't expect that. Yeah. No, just have your trash cans bolted to the ground. They definitely won't expect that.
Make them cry.
Well, let's see. Hate Camel says, since AC/DC lost Malcolm Young and Brian Johnson can't tour anymore, should the rest of the band just hang it up?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
I don't care if they can still make money,
Yeah, I
hustle your hustle, yo, I guess. I don't know. I mean, nobody listens to my advice anyway because I'm like 12. And why should they? They're all richer than me.
Thank you, Point Curation. I thought you were a painting scribe. I am a painting, but, I'm half Asian because the inks in the paint colors came from the Far East. Aha!
You got it, make yourself Asian. You do it. You do you, boo boo. You got it. Come on.
Let's see.
Get it.
What was it? I was going to say that Alice in Chains should have broken up as soon as Lane Staley died, but they didn't, and they kind of just kept going, which is kind of because everything they put out since then is Let's see. Sarah Plier says, Monkey, read my joke. Where is the joke? Oh, okay.
I'm scrolling up.
Yeah, I have to scroll a bit. It's up there. It's a bunch of question marks at the end of it. Kelvin says, wait, Scribe is half Asian? Well, I've been told I must be part Asian. So I believed this person because the person who said this was themselves Asian, and I wouldn't want to go against their lived experience.
Oh, yeah. Why did my dad not trust the trees? Because they looked kind of shaky.
Har, har. Thank you, Net.
Good for you.
Did you find it,
like
Monkey?
it.
No, I'm looking.
Okay. It's not too far above points super chat. It's a big purple S with Sarah Player on there.
I'm looking. I really am. Hang on.
Weibo says, JF's response to why he blocked me sounded rather rehearsed. Quote, I block people who make false claims about me or who aggressively engage me, unquote. Oh. And she's paraphrasing.
I found it. Why did the bear eat his dollar? He thought it was his lunch money.
I like that. What? I don't get it.
Lunch money, you eat it?
No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't like that one.
Oh, Lord.
I like that. It's lunch money. What do you?
I don't like it. It's not clever enough.
It is clever.
And it has too much flavor for her.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the flavor of butt sweat and cocaine it's too much, I guess.
The flavor of butt sweat and cocaine.
What the fuck are you doing with your money, woman?
I was like, Jesus,
that's
you're
like
rolling
where
around.
your money has been. You know it.
I've never had butt sex with my money.
I know. So you sit on kilos
I didn't say
of coke?
I did it, but like money gets circulated. That's how it works.
Okay.
It's true.
Mining Freedom says, Scribe Light, please say Jean-Francois. Jean-Francois. I love Jean-Francois.
You know what's funny about his explanation? I'm not blocked.
No. I know very little about the guy except what people say about him, so I don't care. So whatever.
Me neither. I just thought it was funny that she got blocked for that, but I haven't been.
Yeah. Hey, Camel says, sounds like SDA's been to the strip club. Butt, sweat, and cocaine. That's could be true.
I haven't been, but like your dollar probably has been. That's the point, right?
Bye, Ellie.
Yeah, bye, Ellie. Ellie Burke says, have a good night, everyone. I have a phone conference soon that I have to pay attention to. This was a great stream tonight. Please like the stream if you've forgotten to, everyone. Yes, we have 191 people watching, as far as my thing says, and 64 likes.
Let's see if we can get that to 125, y'all.
125? Are you out of your mind? Let's see.
Jack Cochran, coke and butt sweat. Sounds like a good night in Bangkok.
One night in Bangkok.
Oh, don't. God damn you. That's just going to be stuck in my head for a month. You motherfucker.
I don't know that song, so
it is so catchy.
And I've never been.
Here, SD, I'll send you a link.
No, don't you fucking dare, you piece of shit.
One, it is a really stupid song.
It is.
If you listen to the lyrics, it is dumb as fuck. It is all about a chess game.
Yeah.
Two, it is one of the most catchy songs I've ever heard in my life, and you cannot get it out of your head.
I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. Like, I'm good.
Just listen to Owner of a Lonely Heart. It'll go away. Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Well, that's really annoyingly catchy, too. Oh, no.
Yeah, Robert Gregory says, you haven't lived until you've snorted coke out of a hooker's butthole. Jesus. I guess I'll never live then, probably.
Why would you snort coke out of a hooker's butthole?
Because you can, I guess.
Snorting turtle caves is your thing, I guess. I don't know.
It's a kind of butt sex? I don't know.
Is it really like butt sex if it's only coming out? I feel another girl's thing coming on where we just discuss like what counts as butt sex.
Let's see. Monkey, why are you hating on chess? Says Academic Cub.
I don't hate chess. I actually love chess, but a song about chess is dumb. A song about going to Bangkok to play chess is dumb. Let me put it that way.
Lady Monkey says, Scribe Light, do you take requests? How about some Come on, Eileen, no ass? Oh, yes.
Oh, I fucking hate that song.
I think Lady Monkey knows that is why.
Oh, and that's one I know.
Everything.
Don't whistle it. Now it's gonna be stuck in my head.
Okay, I've done like 3 stuck in the head songs to try to like take them out. So you can't have 3 songs going at once or anything.
Well, but I didn't want that one. Like, why you gotta do that? That's gonna be stuck in my head for hours now. Fuck you, Scribe. Fuck you. Stub your toe lightly so it doesn't hurt too bad and it doesn't like inconvenience you for a long time, but I want you to do it for like half a second.
Okay. Inedible Trout says, Scribe, I just got my Xmas present from my buddy in the mail, Punisher War Journal. Ooh, well, which one? Is it like a collection or is it like Gregory Hurst, thank you. Does it count as butt sex? SDA.
That's a genuine question. If you're just snorting coke out of somebody's butthole, does that count as butt sex? I don't feel like it does.
God, now they're putting like song lyrics in the country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, country road. Anyway. What's our dream job, says Sarah Plyer. What's your guys' dream job?
Batman.
All right.
I want to be an author. Oh, wait.
My dream. I always said I wanted to be a mattress tester, like by sleeping or other things, I suppose.
Is that really like a thing you can do, like professionally?
I don't know, honestly.
I feel like it's not.
I would, could be.
Like, I feel like they have a guy for that, but I feel like he also has like a day job.
Weibo says, SDA, we should have another ladies' night about this Coke thing.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like
a whole show about Coke buttholes.
We got to have a discussion about this because, like I said, I don't feel like that constitutes, like, a butt sex.
oh, wait, I got it. You call it butt bumpers.
Yeah, sure, why not? Like, my point being, I don't feel like if somebody's snorting Coke out of your asshole that's really butt sex. I mean, it's definitely butt stuff. But I don't know if like I'm going as far as to say it's a butt fucking, you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
I feel like there's nuance to this butt Coke sex situation.
Oh, Mr. Baker's trying to give me the correct pronunciation of the historical figure. You should have said that in the ad request because now I can say it however I want. No, it's okay. I'll put the note up there. I'll attempt to say it correctly when the time comes. I make no promises because God knows I can screw up weird names real easy. Let's see. Shiogorath says, what does James Hetfield order at a restaurant? Give me food, give me fries, give me salad on the side.
I don't get it.
Right. Yeah, there's a song called Fuel by Metallica that it goes,
I don't get it either.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Boom! So if you know that, then you know that. But if you don't, you're a square. Let's see.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So you just said if you don't, know something, then you're a square, right?
Yes.
Is that like an old people thing that I should know about?
Yeah, being a square means you're boring or kind of a nerd or kind of a,
so your life is in the shape of a square, so to speak. Yeah? Like boring. So like if you were cool, you'd be like a parallelogram.
Sure.
Or did you guys not get that crazy with the geometry?
Yeah, okay, you're taking it a bit too seriously.
Well, I just want to know what I just want to be down with the old folks.
Okay. Well, if you want to know more about social geometry, there's some videos I can point you towards. Thank you, Cryptic. Advantage of being Asian in Colorado, you can't tell if I'm high by my eyes.
Nice.
Tack Alpaca said, if CNN offered you a 6-figure salary job, but you had to report on things the way they told you to, would you take it? No.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yes. Absolutely. No. Are you fucking kidding? I'd sell out so fast.
Nope. Yeah, I want Chris D'Eliza's job.
You got Scribe got morals and shit.
Yeah. Ethics, I think it's called. Ethics.
I mean, I got ethics too. It's just that, if you were like $400,000 a year, I would have a few less ethics, is all I'm saying.
Mining Freedom says...
I don't even know what they are.
What?
Okay, one at a time. Monkey go.
I just want Monkey to repeat himself. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, Monkey go.
I said, I'm so bad at ethics, I don't even know what they are.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
Mining Freedom says, breaking news, which I retweeted a few minutes ago, but there you go. Steve Wynn has stepped down as CEO of his own company after sexual assault allegations. Oh my gosh.
Steve Wynn?
He's a super duper rich hotel magnate kind of guy and casino magnate, I think, as well, or one of vice versa. And he was also head of the, what was it, the RNC in Nevada or something? I forget what it was. Anyway, so he stepped down from 2 major positions in the last, 6 days.
Didn't SDA ever see Pulp Fiction? No. No, yeah. She has never seen Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd know the whole square thing. Or at least, I mean, I knew about being called a square before that movie, but that movie kind of spells it out a bit more.
But hey, I mean, I got paid to see The Princess Bride, so maybe on my night we can work out a deal if people really want me to watch Pulp Fiction, because I don't want to watch it. I've heard it's like a thing that people like, but, you know, I'll watch a movie for money. Why not?
Cannibal Caretaker says, Scribe, have you seen the trailer for Death Wish? Looks like a Punisher type of movie. I've seen the trailer for Death Wish. It looks like a stupid comedy, the way they arranged the trailer, at least. And if you want to watch a Punisher type movie, watch John Wick or watch the various Punisher films themselves. They're all kind of good in their own ways. The Thomas Jane one's probably the better one. Of course, the best one is Dirty Laundry, the short film you can find on YouTube. That's the best Punisher movie ever.
Yeah, Sweet Chili Tea. I did read The Princess Bride because you also paid me to do that as well.
Sorry,
there is nothing good about the Dolph Lundgren version.
The only
thing good about that movie is Apollo Creed didn't die in it.
Well, okay. The only good thing about that movie is Louis Gossett Jr. and Dolph Lundgren in their one scene where Dolph Lundgren is arrested in interrogation or whatever. And Louis Gossett Jr. says something to the effect of 150 murders in 5 years. What do you call that? Work in progress. I just love that line. That one line is great. I appreciate it for the fact that it was the first one. It's not good otherwise. I was a big fan of it at the time because it was like the only superhero movie of a character that I never thought they'd make a movie for. So I was a big fan of it then. So it has a little bit of sentimental value on its existence alone, but as a movie, it sucks. It really does.
Yeah, I'm with you on the whole sentimental value side of it, but it's not a good movie.
No. It's not the best Punisher movie at all. Jack Gunsky says, SDA, when are you going to sing Meatloaf?
Yeah, I said, I think I said last night that I was planning on doing that last week, but obviously I got really sick, and I'm still sick. I know you guys can hear it because Lady Monkey had a heart attack. Once I am not sick anymore and I don't sound like it's a dead frog, I'll record it.
Let's see. Lady Monkey says, Scribe Light, would you say you're too sexy for your shirt? I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
That hurt my soul. I don't.
It did not.
No, that is 5 seconds of my life I will never be able to.
Yeah. Uzi Q says, I saw the trailer for Death Wish. Bruce Willis is perfect. Now, if you want to watch Death Wish, watch the original with Charles Bronson. Sorry. And the only other kind of movie I could recommend, because at least it kept it serious, which is basically the female version of Death Wish, which is called The Brave One with Jodie Foster. And I know I'm not a big fan of Jodie Foster in general, but that movie has some good moments. The ending is ridiculous. Stupid, but everything else is decent. But really, just go watch the original Death Wish. It's still entertaining. The clothes are dated, obviously, but what are you going to do? Shiogorath says, would you walk 500 miles? I'd walk 500 miles more just to be the man who'd walk 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Scribe Light is walking on sunshine, says Jesse the Fennec Fox. Oh boy.
Well, what?
Let's see. Wasn't there a birthday today? Did somebody say they had their birthday today, or am I missing something?
I can't sound any worse than Meatloaf these days. Yeah, but like
Oh.
singing when your chest is fucked up is really difficult because you have to breathe.
Let's see. Pop-Tarts fundraiser's gone to 9:45 now. Thank you guys so much. See
Thanks,
where it is in
guys.
the next
That's
15
awesome.
minutes left of the show. See where it goes. Thank you, W.R. Costin. Add a line of shirts that can handle sexiness. Okay.
I see what you did there.
I will see what I can do, WR.
That's pretty awesome. I approve.
Yes, in a rare turn of events, SDA does quite like that ad idea.
Let's see. Placenta Smoothie says, "What do you think of the concept of alimony?"
I don't like it. I think.
Yeah.
I think back in the day when women didn't do a work, it made way more sense. You know, like back in medieval times of dowries and such. But these days, it doesn't make any sense.
Child support, yes. Alimony, no.
I can see the usefulness of it years and years and years ago when, women were never out of the house and they literally had nothing to fall back on. But it is funny, the alimony, the whole thoughts on alimony in the country changed as soon as a rich woman had to pay it.
Yeah, right. That is actually something that happened.
Wasn't it Halle Berry that was the big deal recently that had something to do with that too? She had to pay her ex-husband like
a ton,
$400,000 a year or something.
Yeah, and increasingly that's also been the thing with child support because especially women who are a little bit older than me, around 30, so millennials, but on the older end of the millennial generation, because they are actually making more than men who are the same age. The gender pay gap, if you look at millennials, is reversed. So women are going to be paying alimony and child support far more than men are. And now we're like, oh, maybe it's a bad idea.
Faye Son says, speaking of movies, have you heard that there's a new Heathers movie? It's not a movie, it's a TV series. It's on Paramount, I think, because Paramount bought Spike TV and absorbed that, and now they're using the Spike assets to have this whole new raft of programming that's just, well, at least this is as far as I know, this is their first real premiere offering to that channel. Oh wait, no, there was the Waco miniseries. I've heard good things about that, though I haven't seen any of it yet, but it has a good cast in it. Jim Gila says, my ex-wife wanted alimony until she realized I could be deployed and she would end up paying me.
Yep.
There you go. Let's see. Jesse says, do the electric slide? No. Sorry.
I just laughed because you just said no the way they say it on Peppa Pig.
Oh, I don't watch Peppa Pig, so that's they're hacks because I can do whatever they can do without even thinking about it. Shio Gorath says, any love for Rick Astley's birthday today? Are you Rick rolling us? Is that really true? I don't know. Rick Astley's still cool because he got up on stage with the Foo Fighters to do a rock version of his song, and it's pretty cool. And this was done last year, I think it was, and it's like a bootleg video you find on YouTube, and it's actually pretty good.
Ranting Monkey, do you think when I put my hand up on your hip, when I dip you dip we dip? I love that song.
Oh. CT55555 says, okay, I have a scenario for you. My nephew is 5 years old, amazingly enough, and he has shaken baby syndrome because his father shook him should his father pay child support.
That's still his kid.
Well, yeah, if it's still his kid and the child is still a minor, and if he needs medical attention, then yeah.
And that's really not a precedent you want to set that, if you just shake the fuck out of your kid, you don't have to support him anymore.
Yeah. Faith is Abdication of Reason says the Foo Fighters are still a thing. They still perform. Yeah, they're probably not as big headliners as they used to, depending, but Dave Grohl's still a badass. Terry Diamandis can confirm that Shio got Rick Astley's birthday right. Okay. Sarah Plyer asks, favorite bedtime story as a kid? The Telltale Heart. That always
That's
made
not
me.
like a thing that you should like, you emo little
Okay.
fuck.
Well, so my favorite bedtime story as a kid, I had this audiobook of a James Bond novel called No More Deals, Mr. Bond. And I'd play that until I fell asleep. And it took me a long time to get through it because I kept falling asleep on the first tape or two. And yeah, so that was my favorite bedtime story.
I really don't have one.
My favorite bedtime stories as a kid were ones that my dad told me. He made them up, but he made them up based on something that his dad made up for him. So it's kind of like a family bedtime story. And I don't know, it was always my favorite thing. And I was always like, I didn't realize that there wasn't just like a library of these stories, because as a kid, I was like, he knows all of this knowledge about these two things, these two characters, and like they're real. And I was super into it. And then like later I found out that he had just been making shit up, because I would be like, tell me this story again. And he'd be like, and I didn't get why.
You know what I thought when I was very, very young and I saw my dad go off to work every day? For the longest time when I was very young, I thought work was a single place that all dads went to make chairs. I don't know why. Cool. That's what my little tiny brain thought that work was just a place where dads went to make chairs.
If only.
If only. Let's see. Grimm's Fairy Tales non-Disney-fied, says Jesse. Oh, those are fun stories. Cozy says, I named my daughter after an Edgar Allan Poe poem. Ooh. Well, you would be a poetry fan since you are the Cozy Comfortable Poetry channel. Let's see. Is your daughter's name Lenore by any chance? Let's see. Shiogarat says, anyone ever replaced Jude with Jews in Hey Jude? I'm sure someone has, but Academic Hub says Raven or Annabelle Lee, says Prospero. Everybody's taking guesses now.
It'd be great if it was Edgar.
Yeah, just Edgar. Or the cask of, however you say that word, which I can't think of it all of a sudden. Oh, Annabelle Lee. Okay. Congratulations, Prospero. You correctly guessed. Let's see. We got 8 minutes left, guys.
And for guessing correctly, you get nothing.
Yes, you get the no prize.
Nothing.
Congratulations. You get the red snapper. The red snapper. Ooh,
very tasty. I fucking love that movie. I haven't seen it in forever.
Supplies.
Hey, we're teaching poodles how to fly.
UHF is so good.
He throws it out the window. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, man, not again. Hey, kids, did you know that turtles are nature's suction cup? See, he's not coming down. Let's see.
No, Placenta not VHF, says, UHF.
VHF. Placenta says, how disappointed was your mom when she found out you had a degree in English? Well, that's
rough.
She was at my graduation when I got it, and she was clapping and happy. So, not disappointed. Thank you, Cryptic. Asians, I'm assuming, watch TV in widescreen, no black bars.
Because they have slinky eyes.
Har, har. Har. Let's see. Life is like a mop, says Sattercat. Yes. You know, life is like a mop.
Yes.
The best thing that Michael Richards ever did.
Do you have any cute grand monkey stories today?
Well, you said a bad word and she corrected you.
Other than her laughing at me saying bad words because I was in pain, not really.
Let's see. Next movies you should have watched. Like I said, UHF is a total comedy. There's nothing to critique about that movie. It's just you just have to watch it. It's an experience unto itself, really. I did order my copy of Ice Pirates. I will tell you that, though.
Oh yeah, I need to get one.
That's on the way, and it was only $10 from Amazon, so it's But in order to get the free shipping, I also ordered a book on a serial killer, because I need a new one. So
I wonder if they have it on Prime where I can just buy
I
it
believe they do, if I'm not mistaken. I think you can get it. Let's see.
What do we Action Jackson? That was actually I like that movie. It was
Action
crap,
Jackson.
but it was great.
Action Jackson. Let's see.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah,
Apollo
I know,
Creed.
right? Apollo Creed, and also Predator. Dylan, you son of a bitch. Let's see. Oh, Thoughts from the Dryer says, I tried to visit Poe's grave, but the GPS kept taking me to a bad area, so I got scared and went to the airport to go home. Okay. I think the mysterious stranger, whoever it was, is somebody that still places a rose in a bottle of cognac. Ugh, can't say that right. At Poe's grave on his birthday every year. There was someone.
The same person.
No, it's not. Well, the apparently it's been handed off because there was some mysterious person who did it for like decades, and then one year they left a note saying, my time is done. Someone else will carry the torch or something. And then the next year, some new person sneaks in there on his birthday and leaves a rose in a bottle of cognac. So I forget what they call that person.
I'm like, hey, it's a reminder of how you died.
Yeah, congratulations, you're dead. Prospero says Amontillado. Yes, I
said that earlier.
Amontillado, yeah.
Nobody listens to me.
Let's see, guys, we're at 4 minutes. Where are we at with the Poppy situation? Poppy is at $960. Holy cow, guys. That's so nice of you. That's great.
That is awesome. You guys are amazing.
Yeah. Shattercat says, favorite Trey Parker, Matt Stone movie? Probably Orgasmo.
Basketball.
Orgasmo is funny, though.
Orgasmo was okay, yeah, but Basketball, I laughed so hard at that stupid ass movie. It is so dumb, but I love it.
Let's see. Magnificent Bastard says Hallmark doesn't do death anniversary cards. Well, Mag, you've cornered the market. Just start doing that.
Deathiversary,
or Mausolversary, like mausoleum, or no, that almost sounds like Mazel Tov, so never mind. Cannibal the Musical, says Shattered Cat. I never... Wait, no. Did I see that? I think I did once at a friend's house. I just don't remember it. Sarah Plyer says Jim Carrey or Robin Williams? Robin Williams.
He was funnier.
Yeah, much funnier. And he had some really good dramatic range. Jim Carrey has the potential for some dramatic range.
Mm-hmm.
He played an alcoholic brother on a TV movie called Doing Time on Maple Drive before he got like really famous. And so he did drama before he did comedy, sort of. And so he does have range, and he does in some of his like Truman Show and other things. He's shown that. But Robin Williams really, man, 1 hour photo. All I got to say is if you like Robin Williams, watch 1 hour photo, watch Dead Poet Society, watch, what was the other one? I'm forgetting all of a sudden. Awakenings with Robert De Niro. You watch those 3 movies, you'll see that Robin Williams had a lot more going for him than just being a funny guy. Let's see. Okay, we're at the top of the hour. Okay, guys, we're gonna call it there. Guys, everyone in chat, everyone who shared everything today with Poppy. What?
I went to Twitter. I'm sorry.
And yes.
This is something Milo Yiannopoulos shared.
Okay.
I've been in love with a lesbian girl for more than 4 years. She is a very close friend of mine and loved me a lot, but wouldn't date me because of her sexual orientation. She's now suffering from AIDS because of her homosexuality and is on her deathbed. Her only wish in life was to see the vagina of a hot girl. I really want to fulfill her wish. Can you please send me a picture of your vagina so I can show her?
What the fuck?
Very creative, I'll say that.
There's some game right there.
All right. Well, on that note, Oh boy. On that note, guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Again, thank you everyone who donated to Poppy's GoFundMe. And for those of you that are listening to this tomorrow or later on, if you consider throwing a couple bucks her way, the link is in the description. Thanks everyone who donated for the ads. I'll be working on those to get those ready for tomorrow night. Moderators, the unsung heroes of things, thank you for keeping an eye on all the goings on. Monkey SDA, as always, thank you for joining me tomorrow night, guys. As usual, we'll be on Monkey's channel at this usual time. And I held back saying the usual same bat channel kind of thing because we're not there. Anyway, guys, thanks so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. And by the way, your lives make us sad. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.